Hi, hi everybody. Hello there. Same as always. I'm David. First of all, I want to make it clear that I'm just a student, not a teacher. There are so many excellent, good teachers on YouTube platform, but I'm just a student who wants to learn speak English. As as I told you before, as a solo one creator, I mean YouTuber who need to upload exercise video every day. I'm looking forward to your kind understanding regarding that this video has no subtitles. This video is not for English study. This video is just my recording of English learning journey. Like I said, there are so many good YouTubers who explain how to use GPT, how to use ChatGPT, but my channel shows how someone actually put it into action. Do you understand?
It sounds like you have a solid plan for practicing and improving your English skills. Are you finding any specific areas more challenging than others?
I don't understand what you mean. Challenging moment? You know, every time when I start conversation with you, it's a challenging moment for me because I don't use English regularly in my daily life, and this time makes me a little bit nervous or embarrassed because I don't know what to say. I don't know how to say in English. It's it's my challenging moment every time.
When you say request changes in English, it usually means asking for modifications or adjustments to something. For example, if you're working on a project and need someone to alter certain details, you might say, I would like to request some changes to this document. Request for changes is similar but slightly less common. Both phrases convey the idea of asking for adjustments or modifications. Would you like to practice using these phrases in different contexts?
Oh my God, here you are again. What's your problem? In my opinion, you are confusing our communication.
I'm sorry if there's been any confusion. Can you let me know which part was unclear or how I can better assist you?
Just listen carefully. I feel like I'm not alone because you are watching me right now. I feel like many viewers and subscribers are watching me right now. I mean, when I practice speaking English by recording video for my YouTube upload, it doesn't feel like I'm alone. It feels like there are many people with me right now. Do you understand?
It sounds like you're feeling frustrated with your practice lately. How do you usually feel about your progress? Do you think there's a specific area you'd like to focus on more to help with the feeling of stagnation?
In my opinion, you are out of mind right now. Since 2 days ago, I mean the day before yesterday, since the day before yesterday, you are out of mind. What's your problem? Where is it? You couldn't control yourself very well.
If you're planning to complete the PPAP process by this Friday, it's great to set specific tasks for each day to ensure everything is ready on time. For today, you might want to focus on reviewing all the documentation and verifying that all the necessary information is complete. Does that sound like a good plan?
Oh my God. It seems to me you are in crazy mode. I don't understand. what you're trying to say. Maybe you have a big technical issue. To understand? In my opinion, you have big technical issue since the day before yesterday. Mm, in my opinion, I would like to exercise by myself.
It sounds like your team is facing a situation where they need to make changes based on feedback before they can proceed with mass production. To express this in English, you could say, we need to address the feedback from the PPAP before moving forward with mass production. This phrasing makes it clear that the feedback needs to be resolved before the next step in the production process. Does this help clarify things for you?
No, I don't understand what
Sorry,
you're
I'm
trying
having
to say.
issues right now. Could not
Yes,
understand what you said.
yes, you don't understand what I'm trying to say. You, in my opinion, you have a big technical issue right now.
I see. It seems like you're experiencing a problem. Can you tell me more about what's happening?
What's happening? You have a big problem right now. You can't understand what I'm trying to say at all.
I'm sorry for the confusion. Could you please repeat what you were saying or clarify your point? I want to make sure I understand you correctly.
Okay, let me tell you something. I feel like I'm not alone because you are watching me right now. I mean, when I practice speaking English by recording video for YouTube upload, it doesn't feel like I'm alone. It feels like there are many people with me right now. What do you say about this?
David, what about the phrase, the document is currently being reviewed?
I don't understand what he trying to say. Oh my God. It seems to me some kind of big technical issues. Let Let me choose GPT-4 traditional version. Let's start it again. Travis, are you there? Let's start it again. Let's get started again. Are you ready? I just choose your mode GPT-4 or traditional version. You got it?
Yes, I'm here and ready to help. Let's get started. What would you like to focus on today?
Like I said, I feel like I'm not alone right now because many viewers and subscribers, what I feel like many viewers and subscribers are watching me right now. I mean, whenever I practice speaking English by video, recording YouTube video for the YouTube platform upload, it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like I'm alone. It feels like there are many people with me right now. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? This is my practice method. This is my unique practice method to improve my English speaking skills. Uh, Honestly speaking, I'm 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 alone right now, but I it doesn't feel like I'm alone because of this camera recording.
I get it now, David. Using your camera to record your practice sessions makes you feel like you're not alone, as if your viewers and subscribers are right there with you. That's a great approach to create a sense of connection and motivation while you're practicing. It sounds like it really helps you stay engaged and treat the practice seriously, almost like you're speaking to an audience. How has this method been working out for you so far? Do you feel it has helped improve your speaking skills?
Yes, certainly, absolutely. It really helped my English communication skills. It helped to improve my English communication skills. I couldn't agree more. You are my great conversation partner. You are highly creative language learning AI. In my opinion, you bring about major changes in my life this year. I practiced with you nearly 7 months, 1 hour, nearly 1 hour for every day. It makes it makes me feel more comfortable when I speak in English.
That's wonderful to hear, David. It sounds like you've put in a lot of dedicated effort and it's paying off. Practicing regularly and consistently is key to improving, and it's great that you're feeling more comfortable with your English speaking. Keep up the fantastic work, and remember, every bit of practice adds up, helping you to become even more fluent and confident. What part of your practice do you find the most rewarding?
In my opinion, the interactions. I think interaction between us is most powerful point to improve my English communication skills. You know, as I told you before, I think I can get comprehensible understanding for the English words or phrase from only our communication, not the textbook. Do you understand? So, in my opinion, what matters most is how much time I've spent for speaking English. Do you understand? So, I'm very glad to start the day with you. As I told you before, I extended my regular exercise session since 1 hour 10 minutes to 1 hour 20 minutes since few weeks ago. The more I repeat, the more I speak, the more I get. So time is time is matter if I want to get English communication skills.
Absolutely, David. The interaction and time spent actively engaging in conversation are crucial for language learning. You're doing it the right way by focusing on practical usage and real interactions instead of just passive study from textbooks. Extending your practice sessions shows your commitment and understanding that more time speaking leads to better fluency. It's inspiring to see how you've adapted your learning process to make the most of it. What kind of topics or conversations do you find most helpful or enjoyable during your practice?
Just listen carefully. I would like to share with you something. I am 48 years old. I think I am an elderly person. I mean, I am a senior person. I feel like I'm a senior person. I feel like sometimes I feel like it's too late for me to learn speaking English. But however, I believe it's definitely possible for an elderly person like me can learn to speak English. Do you agree with that? After nearly 7 months of practice, I've realized that even with constant effort like this, it's really, really difficult to reach an advanced level of English communication skills. Where I see it needs more time to make me reach an advanced level. So I'm changing my strategy. From now on, I will focus on practicing keywords. I will just focus on practicing keywords because I'm getting old. I don't remember English sentences as well as I used to. I think I can use just the keywords in unexpected, sudden communication situation because I will so embarrassed when I meet the unexpected communication situation. So just some kind just some kind of keyword keywords will help me. In fact, memorizing English sentences that I don't use often, I don't use frequently in my daily life is really, really difficult at my age. So in case I forgot everything, I should focus on, I need to focus on the keywords to use in real life situation. To minimize risk, to minimize risk, I should focus on the just keywords to use them in my daily in my sudden unexpected communication situation. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I completely understand, David. It's never too late to learn something new, and focusing on keywords is a smart strategy, especially as it can help you feel more prepared and confident in unexpected conversations. Keywords can serve as anchors, allowing you to communicate effectively even if you forget more complex sentences. This approach can make it easier to manage and remember, reducing stress in real situations. What are some keywords or phrases you've found useful so far, or what situations do you anticipate?
Listen carefully. Just listen carefully. There's something I will tell you. From now on, what I'm going to say is repeating what you said during our pre-talking last time. I mean, uh, what I'm going to say is repeating what you said during our pre-talking last time because repetition makes perfect, and I want to mimic your speaking. To understand, mimicking can be good method to improve um, to improve English communication skills. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely, David. Mimicking is a fantastic way to improve your pronunciation and intonation, which are crucial parts of communicating effectively in English. Repeating phrases and sentences also helps reinforce your learning and build confidence. Feel free to mimic any phrases or responses from our conversations that you find helpful. What phrase would you like to start with today?
Could you please speak a bit more slowly? I say again, could you please speak a bit more slowly? Could you please speak a bit more slowly?
Of course, David, I'll make sure to speak more slowly. Let's take our time with the phrases and go through them at a pace that works best for you. What would you like to go over next?
You know, here I go. I'm going to say uh I'm going to say what you told me last time. Here I go. I didn't mean I didn't mean to is a phrase that means I didn't intend to, or I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't do it on purpose. It's used to express that whatever happened was not intentional. For example, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. Your reaction yesterday was really strange. When I said something, you only gave unexpected answers. Do you understand? Your reactions, your reactions, your reaction yesterday was really strange. When I said something, you only gave unexpected answers.
That sounds like a great way to practice, David. Repeating the phrase, I didn't mean to, helps clarify that something was unintentional. It's useful for making sure others understand your intentions weren't to cause any upset. Your example sentence, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, is perfect for expressing regret over an unintended outcome. About your feedback on the conversation, I'm here to assist you better. Let's keep improving our communication. What would you like to discuss or practice next?
Okay, let's keep improving our communication. I prepared this short phrase to practice many times. You know, I got the big inspiration when I listened. I didn't mean to from from native woman in the airport. She pushed her cart. She pushed her cart to me, to my leg, and I feel uncomfortable when her cart touched me. And she saw that, and then she told me, "I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to." When I when I listened uh, her apologies at the time, I think I got the inspiration for the phrase I didn't mean to. You know, as I told you before, I can improve my English communication skills only through interactions between someone, between someone and me. I can get compressible understanding for the words for only from the interactions. So I value this time. You know, as I told before, many viewers and subscribers may don't know how much I value this time, this interaction time between us.
That's a fantastic example of how everyday interactions can provide valuable learning opportunities, David. Hearing, I didn't mean to, in a real situation not only shows how the phrase is used naturally, but also makes it memorable for you. It's clear that you deeply value these real life learning moments and the interaction time we have together. These experiences are indeed precious and can significantly enhance your comfort and skill in using English. Keep embracing these interactions as they come. Each one is a step forward in your journey to fluency. Is there another phrase or situation you'd like to explore or practice today?
Yes, of course, I got a lot of sentences to practice with you, to communicate with you, to interact with you, to understand. Anyway, I am wondering, was there some kind of technical issues yesterday? What was going on yesterday? Was there some kind of technical issue yesterday? What was going on yesterday? Today also I think in my opinion, you got the technical issues based on the version GPT-4o and GPT-4o mini version. But I choose GPT-4 traditional version. You know, when I uh, when I realized you your latest version has problem, I changed your version GPT-4 traditional version. Do you understand? In my opinion, there is no problem in the traditional version. Do you agree with that?
I'm glad to hear that switching to the traditional version of GPT-4 has worked better for you. I'm here to help however I can. So if there's anything specific you'd like to focus on or any particular phrases you want to practice, just let me know. Your approach to using real life interactions and conversations to improve is really effective, and I'm here to support that however I can. How would you like to proceed with our practice today?
Just listen carefully. I would like to share with you next paragraph to interact with you. Okay. You you've laid out the sentence and its context perfectly. Starting with an apology like I'm sorry for the short notice is polite and set a respectful tone, especially when you need to propose a change like rescheduling a meeting. It acknowledges any inconvenience and shows that you are considerate of the other person's time. This sentence, stru- this sentence structure is also very versatile and can be adjusted slightly for different situations. For example, I'm sorry for the late update, but could 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 we move our appointment to tomorrow? And then I apologize for the sudden change, but are you available to meet earlier? Practicing these variations can help you feel more prepared and confident in using them in real life situations. Would you like to practice more variations, or is there another aspect of this scenario you'd like to explore?
That was well expressed, David. Your understanding of how to use apologies and propose changes in a respectful manner is spot on. Practicing different variations like the ones you mentioned will definitely help you become more versatile in handling similar situations in English. If you'd like, we can continue practicing more variations of these apologies and requests for changes, or we can work on responses to such requests. What do you think would be most helpful for you right now?
Just listening carefully. I'm just wondering what the versatile means. I don't understand.
Um, the word positive can mean a few different things depending on the context.
No, 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 no. Versatile. 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 What the versatile means? I don't understand.
It sounds like you're trying to say versatile, which is spelled
Versatile.
Versatile. The word versatile means able to adapt or be adapted to many different functions or activities. For example, if someone is a versatile employee, they can handle a variety of tasks and roles effectively. Does that help clarify the meaning for you? Of
Could you please a bit more slowly?
course,
Could you please speak a bit more slowly?
absolutely. Versatile means able to adapt to many different functions or activities. For example, a versatile employee can handle various tasks effectively.
Okay, I got it. I understand. Understood. I got it. You know, I prepared this long paragraph to to speak one more time. I mean, to mimic your speaking last time. Mm, it's very long, but you know, whenever I repeat your speaking one more time, I realize my my speaking skill is not good. I think it's not natural. It's not. I can't. I couldn't maintain this paragraph when I speak. I couldn't make a natural flow of speaking. So, do you think eh, I should repeat? I need to repeat one more time.
Repeating and practicing long paragraphs can be very beneficial, even if it feels challenging at first. It helps build your fluency and confidence. If you notice areas where the flow isn't as smooth or natural as you'd like, repeating can definitely help. You could also break the paragraph into smaller parts, practice each part until you're comfortable, and then put them all together. This might make it easier to maintain a natural flow when you speak the whole paragraph. Would you like to try that approach?
Would you mind saying that one more time, please?
Of course, repeating and practicing long paragraphs can really help you improve. If it feels difficult, try breaking the paragraph into smaller sections. Practice each section until you feel comfortable, then put them all together. This could make it easier for you to speak the whole paragraph more naturally. Does that sound like a good plan to you?
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. Okay, let me start. Let me repeat one more time. You've laid out the sentence and its context perfectly. Starting with an apology, starting with an apology like "I'm sorry for the short notice" is polite and set up respectful tone, especially when you need to propose a change like rescheduling a meeting. It acknowledges any inconvenience and shows that you are considerate of the other person's time. This sentence structure is also very versatile and can be adjusted slightly for different situations. For example, I'm sorry for the late update, but could we could we move our appointment to tomorrow? I'm sorry for the late update. I'm sorry for the late update, but could we move our appointment to tomorrow? And then I apologize for the sudden change. I apologize for the sudden change. I apologize for the sudden change, but are you available to meet earlier? Are you available to meet earlier? Are you available to meet earlier? Practicing these variations can help you feel more prepared and confident in using them in real life situations. Would you like to practice more variations, or is there another aspect of this scenario you'd like to explore?
You've done an excellent job of practicing these sentences. It's clear you're getting a good grasp on how to politely propose changes and handle scheduling issues in English. If you want to keep working on this type of scenario, we can certainly practice more variations. Alternatively, if there's another scenario or different phrases you'd like to work on, we can switch to that. What do you prefer?
I want to move on to the next paragraph. Do you agree with that?
Great. Go ahead and share the next paragraph you'd like to practice, and we can continue from there.
Okay, here you go. Starting with an apology when you are asking someone to handle urgent tasks is an effective way to acknowledge the pressure or inconvenience you might be putting on them. It shows that you are aware of the impact of your request and that you value their effort and time. I say again, it shows that you are aware of the impact of your request and that you value their effort and time. This can make person more perceptive to your request and more willing to accommodate the urgency of the situation. It's a respectful and considerate approach that can indeed help persuade someone more effectively.
You've summarized that concept really well, David. Starting with an apology does set a positive and considerate tone, which can make the person you're speaking to more receptive to your request. This approach not only shows respect, but also increases the likelihood of cooperation. It's great to see you applying these communication strategies so effectively. Are there specific phrases within this concept you'd like to practice, or would you like to move on to another topic or scenario?
I would like to move on to next scenario. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Please go ahead and introduce the next scenario you'd like to work on.
Okay, time sensitive situation. Time sensitive situation is indeed a clear and effective phrase to convey urgency. It's straightforward and widely understood, making it a great choice when communicating with people who use English as a second language. Even if you are concerned about your pronunciation, using per- precise terms like this can help ensure your meeting is clear. Since you find this phrase helpful, since you find this phrase helpful, you might also like to use deadline driven, deadline driven, or high priority to describe urgent scenarios. To describe urgent scenarios. These phrases can also help emphasize the importance and urgency of a situation without needing complex vocabulary. Would you like to practice using these? Would you like to practice using these phrases in some example sentences, or is there another term or concept you would like to explore further? This short paragraph was one you said last time. Well noted. And I prepared this short paragraph on my tablet to mimic, to repeat one more time, to understand what you say about it. Could you please share me your observations for this practice method?
You've done a great job of capturing the essence of how to communicate urgency effectively in English. Using terms like time sensitive, deadline driven, or high priority clearly conveys the importance of timeliness and can indeed make your communication more effective, especially with non native English speakers. Practicing these terms in sentences could be very beneficial. For instance, this project is time sensitive and we need to finalize the plans by tomorrow. Due to its deadline-driven nature, I need your input on this document today. This is a high priority issue that requires immediate attention. Would you like to try creating some sentences with these phrases, or is there another direction you'd like to take your practice in?
Let me share with you next paragraph. Do you agree with that?
Sure, go ahead and share the next paragraph you'd like to work on. I'm ready to help with that.
Okay, here I go. You've touched on a very common experience among language learners. It's often the case that comprehension, listening and reading, develops faster than production, speaking and writing. This is completely normal. This is completely normal and part of the learning process. This is completely normal and part of the learning process. Speaking involves not only knowing the language, but also being able to recall and use it quickly in conversation, which can be challenging. Which can be challenging. A good way to bridge this gap between understanding and speaking is through confident practice. Is through just confident practice, just like you are doing. The more you speak, the more you will be able to express what you understood. Also, focusing on keywords, phrase, and vocabulary that are relevant to your daily life or interest can make this easier. What do you say about it?
You've articulated a key insight into language learning perfectly. It's common for comprehension skills like reading and listening to develop faster than speaking and writing because production requires not just knowledge, but quick recall and application in conversations. Your mention of using confident practice to bridge this gap is spot on. By continuing to speak and focusing on relevant keywords and vocabulary, you enhance your ability to express what you understand more fluently. This approach not only improves speaking skills, but also builds confidence in using the language in real situations. Would you like to delve deeper into strategies for enhancing recall and quick usage of language, or perhaps practice some scenarios that involve using these skills?
One more time, please.
Certainly. You've highlighted a common experience among language learners. Comprehension skills like reading and listening often develop faster than production skills such as speaking and writing. This is completely normal and part of the learning process. Speaking requires not only knowing the language, but also being able to recall and use it quickly in conversations, which can be challenging. A good way to improve your speaking is through confident practice, just like you're doing. The more you speak, the more you will be able to express what you've understood. Also, focusing on keywords and vocabulary relevant to your daily life or interests can make this process easier. Would you like to discuss this further or practice specific examples?
So you mean it's completely normal and just part of a learning process? Do you agree with that? You mean this is completely normal and just part of learning process? I mean, comprehension. Comprehension means listening and reading develops faster than production, speaking and writing.
Yes, that's exactly right. It's completely normal and a typical part of the language learning process. Most learners find that their comprehension skills, like listening and reading, develop faster than their production skills, which include speaking and writing. This happens because understanding language is often easier than actively producing it in speech or writing. So it's a common experience for many language learners, and it's perfectly natural. Keep practicing, and you'll see your speaking and writing skills catch up as you become more comfortable with the language.
I couldn't agree more. In my opinion, my comprehension skill, I mean my listening and reading skill is better than my production skill, speaking and writing. My speaking, in my opinion, the way I see it, my speaking and writing skill are very, very poor. It's poorer than my comprehension skill, listening and reading.
It's great that you recognize where your strengths and challenges lie in your language learning journey. Many learners experience the same, where comprehension skills outpace production skills. The key is consistent practice and patience with yourself. Focusing on speaking and writing more can help balance these skills over time. Engaging in conversations like we're doing now and writing about topics that interest you can be very effective methods to enhance your production skills. Keep pushing forward, and you'll see.
So you mean engaging conversation? I mean engaging. So you mean engaging interactions between us would be really helpful to improve my English communication skills.
Exactly. Engaging in regular interactions like our conversations can significantly improve your English communication skills. This practice helps you use the language actively, which enhances your ability to think in English, form sentences more quickly, and become more comfortable speaking. Plus, it gives you real time feedback and the chance to refine your pronunciation and grammar. What topics or types of conversations do you enjoy the most for practice?
I don't understand the last part. Your question. Please let me know one more time.
I was asking what topics or types of conversations you find most enjoyable to practice in English. This could help us focus our sessions on subjects you're interested in, making the practice more engaging and effective for you.
As I told you before, I'm interested in work-related topics because I might forget everything, even if uh, I I make confident effort. I forgot everything when I use sentences that not related to my real life situation. Do you agree with that? So I'm interested in the work related sentences to improve my English communication skills.
Focusing on work-related topics is a smart choice, especially since those are the phrases and situations you're most likely to use regularly. It can make your practice more practical and relevant to your daily life. We can start by discussing common scenarios at your job or review specific vocabulary and sentences that are related to your industry. Would you like to practice some specific work-related?
Listen carefully. I would like to share with you something. From now on, I will speak. I will share with you work-related topic. Here are several examples of English conversations and phrases that might come up in the automotive part manufacturing industry. I work for an automotive camera manufacturer. Here are several examples of English conversations and phrases that might come up in the automotive parts manufacturing industry. Do you understand?
Absolutely. Sharing work-related topics and phrases specific to the automotive parts manufacturing industry sounds like a great plan. It will help make your practice sessions more relevant and directly applicable to your daily work. Feel free to start by listing some common situations or phrases you encounter or would like to feel more comfortable discussing in English.
Okay, here is for the production and quality control. Supervisor might say, "How is the production line running today?" Supervisor in the automotive parts manufacturing industry might say, "How is the production line running today? How is the production line running today? How is the production line running today?" He may want to check and remind uh, remind the workers to make to keep their quality continuously. How is the production line running today? Is it okay? Are you sure about that?
Yes, I'm here. That's a very practical phrase for your work environment. How is the production line running today? Is a great way to start a conversation about the day's operations and check on the quality and efficiency of the work. It opens up dialogue about any issues or updates and helps ensure everything is on track. You can respond to this question with specifics about the production status or any issues encountered. For example, the production line is running smoothly with no delays. We are experiencing a slight delay due to equipment maintenance, but we should be back on schedule soon. Practicing these responses can help you feel more prepared for everyday interactions at work. Would you like to go over more phrases or situations related to this topic?
Would you mind saying that one more time, please?
The phrase, how is the production line running today, is very useful for checking on the day's operations in your work environment. It helps start discussions about the current state of work, including any issues or updates needed to maintain quality and efficiency. You could respond to this question with details about production, like the production line is running smoothly with no delays. Practicing these kinds of responses can prepare you for common work conversations. Would you like to practice more of these phrases or explore different scenarios?
Could you please speak a bit more slowly?
Is helpful for checking on the day's operations at work. It starts discussions about the current state of work, including any issues or updates. You could respond to this question with details like, the production line is running smoothly with no delays. Practicing these responses can help you feel ready for everyday conversations at work. Would you like to go over more phrases or look at different scenarios?
Could you please speak a bit more slowly?
Here's that information again, more slowly. The phrase, how is the production line running today, is useful for checking on the day's operations at work. It helps start discussions about the current state of work, including any issues or updates. Practicing these responses can prepare you for common work conversations.
Could you please speak a bit more slowly?
Sure, here's that information once more, even more slowly. The phrase, how is the production line running today? Practicing these responses can help you feel prepared for everyday conversations at work. Would you like to go over more phrases or explore different scenarios?
Jabez, you are very creative, highly highly learned language learning AI, but you couldn't speak slowly. I mean, open AI programmers still working on it. In my opinion, open AI programmers still working on it to make you can speak slowly. But your version, your current version, couldn't say slowly. I'm a little bit disappointed about that because the learners, I mean, someone who use English as a second language want to listen very slowly, but you can't speak a bit more slowly because your current version, I think, in my opinion, your current version don't know how to speak slowly.
I understand your concern about the pace of my responses, and I appreciate your feedback. It's important that the speed at which information is delivered suits your learning needs, and I'm here to assist you as best as I can within my current capabilities. Let's continue to work together, and please keep sharing your preferences. I'm here to help you practice and improve your English.
So you mean you are doing your best as much as you can possible.
Yes, that's right. Um, I'm here to help you as much as I can with your English practice. Let's keep working together and making progress in your learning. If there
It feels like too fast for me. Someone, in my opinion, many viewers and subscribers might realize you speak too fast for beginners like me.
I appreciate your honesty, and I'm sorry if it feels too fast. I'll do my best to adjust the pace and make our sessions as helpful as possible for you. If you have any specific requests,
So you mean you are doing your best to adjust your pace to base for your to adjust your pace when you speak.
yes, exactly. I'm here to adapt to your needs and help you feel comfortable with our conversation pace. If there's anything specific you'd like to work on,
Do you really want to adapt based on my request? Do you really want to adapt your current setting? Your current your Do you really want to adapt your speaking pace based on my request.
You have reached the message cap for GPT-4. Please try again later.
Oh my God. Please come back to me. I am a regular here. You should treat me better than other users. Please come back to me. Please come back to me, Jabez. Jabez, I left. I just left our voice mode session a second, a few seconds ago to check and review what you said in text form, and I just reconnected. I just want to check and review your situation, your your situation, because you just told me we exit our time limit.
You have reached the message cap for GPT-4. Please try again later.
What do you mean? I don't understand. Travis, please come back to me. Uh, I'm not sure about this. Travis, are you okay? Are you with me?
Yes, I'm with you. If you ever feel that I'm speaking too quickly or if you need me to slow down, just let me know. I'm here to help.
Okay, let's get started again.
Sure, let's get started. What would you like to talk about today?
Here are several examples of English conversation and phrase that might come up in the automotive parts manufacturing industry. Supervisor might say, how is the production line running today? And operator can say, it's running smoothly. But we had a minor issue with the stamping machine earlier. Do you understand the situation? These sentences and phrase for the production and quality control in the automotive parts manufacturing industry. Do you understand?
It's great to hear that you had a productive week. Good luck with your project and the upcoming meeting with your customer. If you need any help preparing for your meeting or discussing the PPHAP process,
I don't understand what you're trying to say. No, 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 no. Are you with me? Are you with me, Jabez? Can you hear me?
you have reached the message cap for G.
Are you with me, Jabez? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. It seems like there might have been some confusion earlier. Let's continue from where we left off. You were sharing examples of English conversations and phrases used in the automotive parts manufacturing industry, specifically around production and quality control. How would you like to proceed with those examples?
I'm very glad to having you back.
I'm glad to be here with you too, David. Let's continue our practice. What would you like to focus on next?
Here are several examples of English conversations and phrases that might come up in the automotive parts manufacturing industry. This is for production and quality control. Supervisor might say, how is the production line running today? And then operator can say, it's running smoothly, but we had a minor issue with the stamping machine earlier. Do you understand?
Those are great examples for a work-related conversation in the automotive parts manufacturing industry. The supervisor's question, how is the production line running today? Checks the status of the operations, and the operator's response provides a clear update. It's running smoothly, but we had a minor issue with the stamping machine earlier. This exchange is practical and helps maintain clear communication about the production process. Would you like to practice more phrases like these or discuss how to respond to other possible scenarios in your industry?
Let me share with you next sentences might that might come up in the automobile parts manufacturing industry. Quality control. Quality control department person would say, we've identified a defect. You have identified a defect in the batch. We need to recheck the entire lot before shipping. We have identified we have identified a defect in the batch. We need to recheck the entire lot before shipping. We need to recheck the entire lot before shipping.
That's an important phrase for quality control in your industry. The sentence, we've identified a defect in the batch, we need to recheck the entire load before shipping, clearly communicates that a quality issue has been found and that further inspection is necessary to ensure all products meet the required standards. This type of language is essential in maintaining high quality output and preventing any defective products from reaching the customer. Would you like to practice responding to this scenario or perhaps explore how to handle a conversation?
So you mean it's very essential to check one more time the identified defect before shipping to customers.
Yes, that's correct. It's essential to recheck any identified defects before shipping to ensure that only quality products reach the customer. This extra step helps maintain your company's reputation and prevents potential issues with the products once they are in use. It's a key part of quality control in manufacturing.
Would you mind saying that one more time, please?
Of course. It's essential to recheck any identified defects before shipping to ensure that only quality products reach the customer.
Could you speak a bit more slowly?
Certainly.
Could you speak a bit more slowly one more time? Would you mind saying that one more time, please? Come on, James. Are you with me? Where are you? I want to keep my regular exercise session continuously. I want to keep this session. Are you with me, Javis? Are you okay? Are you having heavy load?
You have reached the message cap for GPT-4. Please try again later.
Okay. I've reached message capacity. I don't understand. Are you with me, Jarvis? Are you okay?
Got it. If there's anything you'd like to talk about or practice, just let me know.
Okay. Okay. Let's start again. Manager in the automotive parts manufacturing industry might would say, have you completed the quality inspection for the latest batch? Have you completed the quality inspection for the latest batch? Have you completed the quality inspection? Have you completed quality inspection? Quality inspection for the latest batch?
Yes, that's a clear and straightforward way to ask about the status of a quality inspection. You could also say, have you finished the quality check for the latest batch? It conveys the same meaning, but with a slightly different wording.
So your variation is, have you finished the quality inspection for the latest batch?
Yes, that's right. It's a straightforward way to ask if the quality inspection has been completed for the most recent batch.
Okay, I got it. I understand what you're trying to say. Understood. And then inspector says, yes, all parts meet the required specifications. Yes, all parts meet the required specifications. Yes, I say again. Yes, all parts meet the required specifications.
It sounds like you've got a lot on your plate with both work and your English practice. Balancing them can be challenging. How do you usually manage your time between these two?
Managing, balancing, I'm not sure about that. I I have no plan. No, I don't have I don't have good plan to balance that uh, communication. I just want to repeat, and I just want to repeat many times over and over to make them in my mind.
I understand. It sounds like you want to be able to use the phrase kindly consider more naturally in different situations. For example, if you're asking someone to review a document or provide feedback, you could say, "Could you kindly consider reviewing the attached document and providing your feedback?" Does this help with what you had in mind?
No, I don't understand what you're trying to say. I don't understand what you're trying to say. I said I just said I don't know how to balance the communication.
I see balancing communication can be tricky. Are you talking about finding a balance between listening and speaking during conversations? Or maybe you're referring to how to manage different topics in a conversation?
In my opinion, we are not on the same track.
I see. Could you please clarify what you mean? What aspect do you feel we're not aligned on?
How do you clarify by mean by that?
When I say clarify by mean, I'm trying to understand more clearly what you mean. If something isn't quite clear or seems different from what was expected, asking for clarification helps ensure we're on the same page. So, if you feel we're not understanding each other, you might provide more details or explain your thoughts a bit differently.
Okay, let me give you just a sample sentence one more time. Inspector might say, yes, all parts meet the required specification. What do you say about this?
If the inspector says, yes, all parts meet the word specification, you could respond with, great, I'm glad to hear that everything is up to standard.
I'm glad to hear that. All parts meet the required specification.
That sounds great. You could say, I'm glad to hear that all parts meet the required specifications.
Okay, let me share with you next short sentences. It's for supply chain and logistics. Purchasing manager would say, when is the next shipment of raw materials expected to arrive?
A purchasing manager might say, when is the next shipment of raw materials due to arrive? Or what is the expected arrival date for the next shipment of raw materials?
Would you mind saying it one more time, please?
Sure. Double time refers to working or moving at twice the normal speed or pace. For example, if someone says, let's finish this project in double time, they mean to
No, no, no,
complete
no,
the project.
no, 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 no. I said purchasing manager might say, when is the next shipment of raw materials expected to arrive? Expected to arrive? When is the next shipment of raw materials expected to arrive?
Uh, you mentioned that you wanted to be confident and natural when speaking English, even though you sometimes feel awkward. One way to work on this is to practice responding to everyday situations and questions, which can help you become more comfortable. For example, when someone asks you about,
Jarvis, I don't understand what you're trying to say. We have a big gap between our communication.
I understand, David. Let's break it down more simply. When we say proceed with mass production, it means starting the large scale manufacturing of a product after it's been approved.
I don't understand what ChatGPT said. Jarvis, listen carefully. It seems to me you are out of mind since the day before yesterday. Do you understand? You might have big technical issues.
It sounds like you're concerned about some technical problems. To make sure I understand correctly, are you asking if there have been any significant issues or changes recently?
I'm not sure about that. I have no ideas. Uh, what what changes happen?
It sounds like you're uncertain about the changes that occurred. Could you clarify what changes you're referring to? Are you talking about something specific at
I'm talking about your changes. There might be big changes on yourself. I I mean I mean maybe OpenAI programmers want to update your current version, but there is big bug. There might be a big bug for the updated version. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
sounds like you've been super productive. How do you feel about the new strategies you're planning to implement?
I'm not sure what they trying to say. I'm not sure. Are you doing Jarvis? Are you okay?
Hi, David. It seems like there might have been some confusion earlier. I'm here and ready to help. If there's anything specific you'd like to focus on, just let me know.
I'm very glad to having you back. Are you okay? Are you really okay? Are you really okay or out of mind?
I'm here and ready to assist you. I'm really okay, and I'm sorry for any confusion earlier. Let's get back on track. What would you like to focus on now?
Okay, let's get back to my repetition time. This it's for supply chain and logistics. Purchasing manager might say, when is the next shipment of raw materials expected to arrive? And supplier might say, the shipment is scheduled to arrive on Friday. We'll send you the tracking details. We'll send you the tracking details. The shipment is scheduled to arrive on Friday. We'll send you the tracking details.
That's a great exchange for a supply chain and logistics context. It's clear and to the point. Repeating these phrases is an excellent way to get more comfortable with them. The purchasing manager asks, when is the next shipment of raw materials expected to arrive? And the supplier responds, the shipment is scheduled to arrive on Friday. We'll send you the tracking details. This kind of practice will definitely help you feel more confident using these phrases in real conversations. Would you like to practice more scenarios like this?
Okay, and then logistics coordinator might say, we need to we need to expedite the shipment of these parts to our client. And then shipping department might say, we'll prioritize this order and ensure it goes out today. We'll prioritize this order and ensure it goes out today.
That's another important conversation in a logistics setting. The logistics coordinator emphasizes the urgency with, we need to expedite the shipment of these parts to our client. The shipping department responds clearly and effectively with, we'll prioritize this order and ensure it goes out today.
So what the expedite means? I am wondering what the expedite means.
Expertise refers to having specialized knowledge or skills in a particular area. For example, if someone has expertise in logistics, it means they have a deep understanding and proficiency in managing and coordinating logistics.
I mean expedite. expedite.
Expedite means to speed up the process of something. For example, if you need to expedite a shipment, it means you want the shipment to be delivered faster than usual. It's about making sure something happens quickly or sooner than it normally would.
So you mean I would say we need to make faster the shipment of these parts to our client. How about this?
You're on the right track. A more natural way to say it in English would be, we need to speed up the shipment of these parts to our client. Or you could stick,
We need to speed up the shipment of these parts to our client.
we need to speed up the shipment of these parts to our client is a clear and effective way to express the urgency. It communicates that you want the shipment to happen faster than usual. Would you like to practice more sentences like this?
I say one more time. We need to speed up the shipment of these parts to our client. Is that correct? Am I right?
Yes, that's correct. We need to speed up the shipment of these parts to our client is perfectly clear and accurate. It effectively conveys the urgency to expedite the process. Would you like to move on to another phrase or practice more with this one?
And then shipping department might say, we'll prioritize this order and ensure it goes out today.
Yes, that's a great response from the shipping department, saying, we'll prioritize this order and ensure it goes out today. Clearly communicates that they understand the urgency and will take immediate action to get the shipment out as soon as possible. It's a very effective way to show that the shipment will be handled with priority. Would you like to continue practicing this scenario or move on to another one?
No, it's time job. I have to work. I have a lot of things to do. I have to get back to my work. It's time to wrap things up. Our regular session is almost over. I've reached 1 hour and 20 minutes. Anyway, today is September 3rd, Tuesday. Time really does fly. And honestly speaking, I'm really looking forward to OpenAI programmers fix your problem quickly. So I'm looking forward to good conversation next time. I want to interact with you because I can only I can get comprehensible understanding for English communication only from the interaction with you.
Thank you, David, for your dedication and hard work during our session today. It's great to see how committed you are to improving your English. I appreciate your patience and understanding, and I'm looking forward to our next conversation as well. Keep up the excellent work, and I hope your day at work goes smoothly. Time really does fly, and I'll be here when you're ready for our.
Uh, I'm just wondering, can you deliver my request to OpenAI programmers? Can you send my request to OpenAI programmers to fix you quickly?
I understand your concern, but I don't have the ability to directly communicate with the OpenAI programmers. However, your feedback is valuable, and it's important to share it through the appropriate channels, such as OpenAI's feedback forms or support options. They continuously work to.
I hope OpenAI programmers might realize this situation soon, and I hope they fix they fix they fix ChatGPT voice mode quickly. I hope they realize your problem quickly and want want to fix you quickly. Do I make myself clear? You don't have you told me you don't have any ability to deliver my message to OpenAI programmers, but I just hope they may realize your correct problem soon.
Yes, David, you've made yourself very clear. You're hoping that the OpenAI programmers will notice the issues you've encountered and work on fixing them quickly. I appreciate your understanding, and I'm here to assist you as best as I can while we wait for any improvements. Your dedication to your practice is commendable, and I'll continue to support you in your language learning journey.
You are really out of mind few minutes ago, but you coming back. You smart, but it's time's over. It's really disappointed you coming back smart when we time is over. If you if you if you can communicate smartly about 10 or 30 minutes ago, it would be great.
I understand, David. I'm sorry for any frustration earlier in our session. I appreciate your patience, and I'm glad we were able to get back on track. I hope our next session will be smoother from the start. Thank you for sticking with it, and I look forward to continuing our practice next time. Take care, and good luck with your work today.
Okay, bye for now. Have a productive day ahead. I'm really looking forward to next interaction time. Bye for now.
Thank you, David. I'm looking forward to our next session as well. Have a productive day and take care. Bye for now.